Got a question here asking if owner of property can stop mail to a home in the process of evicting, I guess, some family members and so forth. Well, how should they deal with that? Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the landlord on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe to our videos. Now, reading this question from first glance, I thought the questioner was asking if they could stop mail to a home while in the process of evicting a tenant. Okay. And the answer to that question would be no. I wouldn't do anything that would be construed as attempting to terminate a tenancy without process or a constructive eviction, meaning you basically do take the law into your hands and try to evict someone without a court order, or the sheriff getting involved after a court order is received for judgment for possession. Okay, you could be violating a couple different laws, including Civil Code Section 1989.3. It's the constructive eviction statute. Landlords can't basically disrupt utilities or cause a person to leave. Basically, in the old days before this code came into effect, people would take off the doors of the front of the premises and that type of deal. That's a big no-no. Okay. As to mail, I know it does refer to utilities in the civil code, that type of deal. That could be, if you put in an order to stop delivery of mail completely. And frankly, I don't know how you would do that with the Postal Service when you don't have possession. That could cause you, lead you into legal hot water. Okay. Now, studying the question further, it sounded like this person might be managing the estate of her mother, or she might have lived there at a certain time and so forth. So what this person could do as the legal representative of her mother's estate, or she lived at the home and is now moved, she can put in a forwarding address for the Postal Service, hey, to state, hey, as to my mail, I need you to forward that. Or she's the legal representative of the estate for her mother, the personal representative in probate terms, then she could put in a forwarding order for the mother's mail for the estate and have it delivered to a different address, that type of deal. Because that's common quite a lot, because you might be living out of the area, you need to get notifications for the estate, such as finding out which creditors you have and so forth, whose mom's creditors, so you can mail creditor claim notices and that type of deal. Used to do probate in the past life, so that would be a common thing, is to get the mail forwarded and to find out who creditors are, so the probate attorney could send out notices to creditors of mom's death, and they got to go file a claim and so forth, like that, as part of the probate administration. So that would be okay in my view. But again, you probably, before you take action, especially if you're going through the middle of an eviction, you probably want to talk with landlord's counsel just to make sure everything's on the up and up. You don't inadvertently do something that might land you in hot water later on or affect your eviction case. So those are my thoughts. Landlords are personal representatives of the state or successor trustees to trust. If you just inherited property, or you need help at least terminating a tenancy lawfully after someone has died, and you need help with going through the eviction process and that type of deal, feel free to reach out. We might be able to help out. Put your comments, questions down below. Try to answer them to the best of my ability. Until next time, folks, talk to you then. See ya.